Hi, children. Good afternoon. Chapter 5 Diversity in Living Organisms we have started. Video lesson 1 we have completed, isn't it? Introduction. What is diversity? And how to do the activities. What are monocots and dicots? Now we are going to see how it appears. Monocot differences and dicot differences. Now we can see here monocot and dicots. One cotyledon, then two cotyledons, isn't it? Just go through this one properly, then you can understand. Veins usually parallel. This is parallel venation. Here veins usually net like in main, this is called as a main rib or mid rib, and from there branches. So it seems like a net. And again, this will go through the another branches. Okay. So it is called as a reticulate venation, parallel venation and reticulate venation. Vascular bundles, you know that vascular bundles, that means where the xylem and phloem are present, isn't it? So these vascular bundles usually complexly arranged, and that means in monocots they are not in the proper line. It is scattered. Here some, that means there is no proper manner of arrangement. So it is called as a scattered what? Vascular bundles. If you see here, vascular arrangement is in the ring structure. Can you see here? There is a proper ring. Here, there is no ring. Here, some are there near the this one edges, some are there, center, some are there. But these are all just nearer to the epidermis part. Single ring-like structure. Okay, and fibrous root system. This you can see all the roots are formed from the one point, and they are not having that much length also. They are superficially fixed in the upper layer of the earth, so that we can pick very easily. Whereas taproot system, it's the dicot is having a taproot. Taproot means what? One main root, from their branches. Okay, so this is called as a taproot, and it enter and deeply inside the soil layers. So it penetrate very deeply, so that what will happen? It spread its branches and give a strong grip to the tree, because these are all mostly trees, big trees. So how they, if the root is not, if the base is not strong, what will happen? The trees will what? Fell down. Okay. So to avoid that falling of the trees, then these roots are very strong. They are firmly enter, penetrate inside the soil. And also, you know that the big trees need more amount of water, minerals for the growth. That's why what will happen? They are having many branches, and they will collect as much as amount, as much as they can collect. That much amount of water they will collect, minerals they will collect to send to the leaves for the preparation of food materials. Okay, and come to the floral parts. I told you floral parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means there are six floral parts, usually in multiples of 3. Okay, either 3 or 6 or 9, like that. Whereas if you see polar parts, usually in multiples of 4 or 5. That means 4 are present, or 8 are present, or multiply that another 12, like that. Okay, so that means here we can see the odd number, here we can see the what? Even number of the petals. So these are the main differences which you can see in between the monocots and the dicots. Activity. Observation of different characters in monocot and dicot plants. Collect the plants or pictures of the whole plants to complete the following table. So you can get the small plants uh, from monocot and one from dicot. Okay, and then you observe. Write this, complete this table. For example, name of the plant, maize plant. Leaf venation, what is the leaf venation? Number of cotyledons, how many cotyledons are there? Is it taproot system or fibrous root system? Okay. Paddy, leaf venation, cotyledon number taproot system or fibrous root system. So you go through all this one and write down, fill this table. Okay. And some common characters of the land plants. What are the common characters? You can see here monocot and dicot. Monocots, what type of root? Dicot, what type of roots are present? And then seeds, seed leaves are cotyledons. Here you can see. And these are two. Those having two seed leaves, they are called as a dicot. Di means two, cotyledons means seed leaves. While those having single seed leaf, they are called as a monocotyledons. Already we have discussed that one. And they are also share some common characters like venation. Dicots have reticulate or branched, I told you, pinnate venation, while monocots have parallel venation or palmate venation, both are same. And by doing this above activities, what we can understand, after seeing this, the characters, then they have grouped into what? Different groups which are having similar characters. Some plants are having as it is similar characters, there is one group. Some are having different characters, another group. Those having the similar characters, again another group, like that. According to the similarities and differences, they are arranged into groups. That is called as a diversity. Okay. So if you read one of the plant, for example, monocot, take the maize, rice, or grass. So just you go through the characters what are present in that grass, and that will be applicable to all the monocots. Like the same dicots. If you just go through the peanut plant, check all the characters. That means most of those characters are present almost in all the dicots. So there is no need of reading each and every plant, isn't it? That is one group. So one group, one plant, if you go, you know, every plant that the group plant, what characters. The same you can see at our home when we are cooking the rice. Or when it is cooking, we will check only one rice, isn't it? Whether it has cooked or not. We are not crushing whole the pot of the rice. So one rice had cooked means then we can say yes, the full pot of the rice had cooked, like the same. Okay. Diversity in animals. That is activity 5. What you have to see, observation of external characters of insects in animals. Just we have completed the plants. Now we are going to see the animals. Collect housefly, you will get now. Mosquito, just to collect even the diagrams also, pictures also. No need of live things, just you collect the pictures, which we can see properly, all the characters and all. Okay. Ant, dung beetle, you know dung beetle, this is a dung beetle. Butterfly, then moth, okay, and cockroach. So housefly is there, and then mosquito is there. Okay, all this. This is the cockroach, and this is the dung beetle. So like that, you collect all these pictures, and then check what are the characters they are having. What are the differences they are having in that particular characters. Name of the insect, you have to see. Number of legs, how many legs are there? 4 are there, or 6 are there, or 8 are there, or many of them. Okay. Number of wings, there are one pair of wings are there, other two pairs of wings also there. You see the cockroach, the upper wings are very hard, isn't it? And below that one, there are transparent wings are there. So there are two pairs of wings are there in the mostly in the insects. So check it that one. Color, what's the color? And shape, is it a triangle, long, tall, all these things. And the size also. Body parts, whether they are having segments or normal. Segments means like cockroach, like earthworm, they are having the segments, lines, isn't it? The body parts are divided into segments. And if you have any other special characters, check here, some questions are there. You go through that questions also and then fill it. Are all insects of the same size or shape? Obviously may not be, isn't it? What differences do you observe with regard to legs? I told you three pairs are there, four pairs are there, more than four, like that. You just go through that one. What differences did you observe with regard to wings? Are they wingless? Uh, how many wings are present? All this. Is there any relationship between the number of wings and legs? That is specific point. If they are having two pairs of wings, what about the legs? How many pairs of the legs are present? There is a connection. Okay, go through and all these things. When you go for these insects, you can understand it. And did you find any two insects with same characters? Exactly. If the two insects, you can see even some characters are similar. Okay, so which insects are similar? Right on that. And even though all these are insects that show several differences also, even though they are having the similarities, but there are some differences, either size or shape, or having colors difference, something. Okay, they are not exactly like similar. Can you find at least one character which is having same in the whole group? Check it. How would you group insects? How we can group the insects? Previous class we have the characters of the insects, all this. Mostly insects were classified according to the number of legs. Because in arthro itself called as a jointed. Poda means legs. Arthropoda means jointed legs. Insects are present in the arthropoda phylum only. In arthropoda again, because it is so many organisms are there in arthropoda, it divides into again small groups. So how they differentiated in the group means, first of all, number of legs. There are four groups in this. One is insecta, another one is myriapoda, arachnida, crustacea. Okay, crustacea, arachnida, insecta, and myriapoda. Myriapoda means many legs. Arachnida means spider. Example, you check how many legs are present in the spider. Insecta, how many legs are present? Crustacea. Insecta means cockroach, housefly, mosquito, all will come. Ant, honeybee, everything. So insecta is very big group, subgroup again. And then crustacea. Example what? Prawns, lobsters. You can see how many legs are there in the prawns. How many legs are there in the lobster? Lobsters means big prawns. Okay. So go through that one and then see what is the difference of the legs. So according to the presence of number of legs, they have differentiated into groups in the arthropoda. Okay. And how would you group insects? Already I told you. What would it be based on number of body segments or number of legs they have? I told you already the number of legs. Okay. And the examples of insects give above are of different species. That's why lot of differences are there even in the insects itself. I told you, because maybe even eyes also having showing some difference, wings are showing difference, segmented are there, non-segmented are there, how many segments are there, and how many segments are having in other group of the organisms. So all these things. Okay, and that's why we can see there is a difference in the same group of organisms also, that we call it a diversity. Because of that differences, then they are showing us a variations. Variations means a small what differences. And if these variations will go in peak, that means too much, then we can say there is the evaluation of a new species. Okay, that is very important. Activity 6, variation in animals, in external characters. Name of student for animals has given, that is human beings mostly. This one, this is the chordates. Previous which we have seen is the non-chordata insect. They are all non-chordates, they don't have backbone, but this is what animals are, chordates. You can just go through your neighbors or your friends, then you check these things. Name of the student, write down height how much, weight how much, length of forefinger, okay, thumb impression, palm, length, and the width. So count all these things and complete this. Okay. Is there any other structure in the human body that which is having similarity? And which character helps you to make the maximum number of groups? So a small character which make to increase the maximum groups. So which character? Which character helps you to have just a single individual in a group? That means which is a common character for all the humans. Will make only one group. Which character is not common in all the organisms? Will make different groups, many groups. Okay, so you have to write that character name. Compare your group table with that of other groups and note down the differences you found. So not only this table, and make the other table and then compare that one. And how these tables are differentiated and what character base you have differentiated. Okay. Did you find same observations of any two students in your class? Any same characters in between what two students in your class or in your neighbors or in your family members itself? Okay, so you might have observed that no two thumb impressions are alike. That is very important. Even your brother, your mother, your father, your grandfather, whoever, they are closely related for you, but still the thumb impression is different. Will make into many groups. So it is a very specific character of an individual. That's why you can see anything crime happened, any theft happened, even if you are going to other country, especially they will take the thumb impression of all, even not only thumb impression, even 5 fingers impression also, because the impressions are not at all similar with other person. It is a specific character for that particular person. Okay, so it is very important. So with that, we have completed the what this topic. Go through the topic and see, check what are the differences and what are the um, differences among the human beings and all. Please try to complete all the tables. Okay, and then understand properly. Okay.